A seismic shift is underway in the world of international education as students from across the globe are re-evaluating their plans to study in the United States, rattled by recent visa policy changes under the Trump administration. A new report from CNBC reveals that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security (DHS) recently revoked the immigration status of thousands of international students, only to restore it last week following legal challenges and lawsuits. However, the abrupt policy flip has sparked widespread uncertainty, leaving many prospective students questioning whether the U.S. remains a viable destination for higher education. The timing couldn't be more critical, with the National College Decision Day deadline looming on May 1, a date by which most students must commit to their chosen institutions for the fall of 2025. The visa policy turmoil has cast a long shadow over these decisions, with experts warning that the U.S. risks losing talent and economic benefits to competing nations like Canada and the U.K. Robert Franick, editor-in-chief of the Princeton Review, told CNBC, "There are a number of international students admitted to great colleges and really skeptical about whether they will come." Franick underscored the immense value international students bring, not only enriching classroom diversity but also contributing significantly to university budgets through full tuition payments. Data from the 2023-24 Open Doors report, released by the U.S. Department of State and the Institute of International Education, paints a vivid picture of the stakes. Over 1.1 million international students, predominantly from India, over 330,000 in China, currently study in the U.S., making up nearly 6% of the higher education population. Their economic impact is staggering, with a separate NAFSA report estimating their contribution at $43.8 billion to the U.S. economy in the same academic year. Beyond financials, these students drive innovation, contribute to scientific research, and foster global perspectives that prepare American students for international careers. However, the Trump administration's immigration crackdown, which includes the use of a 1952 foreign policy statute to target student activists and a DHS task force scouring social media for grounds to revoke visas, has created a chilling effect. Immigration lawyer Scott Pollack, speaking to Inside Higher Ed, described the administration's approach as sowing terror in the hearts of international students, a strategy that's now affecting university officials as well. Reports from NBC News highlight disturbing trends, with students in at least 32 states facing visa revocations, some for minor past infractions like duas or for engaging in protests, particularly those supporting Palestinian causes. Hafiz Lakhani, founder of Lakhani Coaching in New York, told CNBC that the uncertainty is already reshaping student priorities. "There's so much uncertainty, and uncertainty is not good for long-term planning," he said, noting that he's working with families to evaluate the risk of committing to U.S. schools. Some are now looking to Canada and the UK, where policies are perceived as more welcoming. Lakhani added, "We are already seeing some international students showing more interest in Canada and the UK, and it's to those other countries' benefit in terms of recruiting talent and tuition dollars." Despite the U.S. hosting a record number of international students in 2023-24, a 7% increase from the prior year, the current climate threatens to reverse this trend. Christopher Rim, CEO of Command Education, acknowledged the U.S.'s enduring appeal, noting that he recently spoke to hundreds of eager students and parents in Hong Kong about Ivy League admissions. Distinct and affluent families remain deeply eager to send their children to the United States, Rim said, citing the unparalleled reputation of U.S. universities. However, he also cautioned that the administration's policies present a unique challenge, balancing the economic advantages of international students against political pressures for stricter immigration controls. For U.S. colleges, the stakes are high. International students are a vital revenue stream, often paying full tuition, and their potential exodus could strain budgets already stretched thin. Moreover, the cultural and academic contributions of these students, ranging from groundbreaking research to fostering cross-cultural understanding, are irreplaceable. As the May 1 deadline approaches, the decisions of these students could have far-reaching consequences for the future of American higher education and its role on the global stage. We'll continue to monitor this unfolding story and bring you updates as they develop.